Okay, hi guys. So it's been a while since I made a video, but I felt guided today to do an energetic reading between the masculine energy and the feminine, and also pulled some connective heart cards here for us. So overall, I can sense that there is definitely closure. There is certain doors that have completely been shut for us, and it's like we're being guided to walk through a new energetic gateway and to learn certain things for our own power, for our own purpose on this earth. And I can sense how it's challenging. It may be hard to walk through these last couple weeks, days. I don't know, it's been going on for a while. Definitely for me, I've been feeling it personally on a deep core level where I'm transforming and stuff's just kind of having a life of its own. I can't even keep up with it anymore all the time, but the cards here today tell us a great deal about what's up, so I'm just going to get right into it here. The masculine is definitely feeling like he's just in his headspace. He's feeling helpless, hopeless. He's facing his fears. He's really beginning to confront certain aspects of himself and his world. He's been doing this for a while, I think now, for the past couple of weeks with everything with Mars retrograde, and now since it moved forward, it's like they're just reprocessing and realizing certain things about how they've spoken to their feminine, how they've been towards their feminine, how their fears have been driving their behavior, and they feel helpless towards this. They feel as if they can't do much about it, and see how he's just kind of standing here staring off. He's just very concerned, doesn't know what to do anymore. And these two cards are quite reflective because the back's turned and it's a 4 and an 8, so it's like he's giving the opportunity right now in this moment in time to reconsider how to move forward and take the opportunity that's present for him to make something more sustainable for himself and sustainable for his spirit as well. So this card over here has the infinity symbol. It's like he's being presented with the opportunity to come from his heart and to come more from his soul, but he's definitely been feeling helpless in the physical realm. No matter what's occurred in the past, it's just taking a very big toll on him, and he's trying to move forward from it, but it's been hard for him. It's definitely been heavy. He's been in a lot of pain and not knowing how to get these fears spiraling outwards. It's like he doesn't know how to step out of the fear to come more from his willpower. See how the yellow is more the solar plexus chakra? It's like his willpower and his own power center has been blocked with fear for a very long time now, and he hasn't been able to just surrender to the purple, to the more spiritual realm, to the more universal faith-oriented place. He's been caught up in these 3D concerns and these 3D obstacles that have been present for him. So he's very focused on that. He's very focused on trying to work through these things right now, and it's very challenging for him, but he's trying to get out of this dark place in his mind and trying to take this opportunity to come more from his heart. And the things that he's healing at the moment has to do with his manifestation power, as well as shining more. See, I was mentioning the yellow earlier. He's trying to shine more from his heart, from his own power. He's trying to manifest what he wants in his world, and he's healing that connection to his own spirit and to his own potential to create and to co-create on this earth, and to take his purpose forward, change his focus. See how these two kind of line up together, 4 and a 5, and then this is a 1 and a 2. So it's like he's making progress in his world right now, in his heart space, and in healing his connection to his own divine power, trying to move away from the mental clutter that's been going on, and to really step forward into shining and allowing his true essence to guide him forward, and to use his power here to really come down to creating what he needs and wants and desires, and to trust that he's able to do that. So he's trying to take steps to changing his focus and healing where his mental state's been at. He wants to redirect his focus to come from a healthier place, and he's doing what he can. Even though he's feeling helpless and hopeless, he's really putting in energy to work through all this stuff that's coming up for him, because this opportunity's here right now. It's here like it's never been before, and he's being invited by the divine to shine, because he has so much to work through and to be present for still in his life. It's like it's not the end. It's never the end until we've fully come to a completion on our journeys in this lifetime. But he's coming to a place of realizing that he still has the power to manifest what he needs to and wants in his world. So the lessons that he's also learning, I feel like, are from more of a soul level at the moment. These are all purple cards, and these are all wands in the original tarot deck. So this is the 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and 4 of Wands. And this all has to do with taking the lead, taking responsibility for his own journey, taking responsibility for bringing down what he wants into the physical, and using his soul and his heart space to co-create what he wants, to not be fearful of it, but to feel more deserving of it, to feel like he can have that joy and stability in his world. There's a lot of like fireball kind of yellow energy. Like the reading started off with it being clouded, but as you come forward more, you see that he's just opening up to it more and more and stepping more and more into his power. And I feel like he's definitely, like, slowly but surely, it's not going to happen overnight, but he's just like shedding layers of skin, shedding layers of thoughts and beliefs and conditioning that are not serving him anymore. So he's doing a lot of internal heavy healing work that is more from a human ego based level, and he's allowing his soul to shine forward so that it's able to bring him to that place of inner knowing, of just letting the light through and using that energy of his solar plexus to really stand in his power and create and be who he's supposed to be in this lifetime. So he's spreading his wings, he's coming to terms with certain things more and more each day. He's allowing himself to step into the magic and to trust in the magic. I think it's a hard journey because it's like when you've been conditioned for something for so long, you can't just kind of like snap your fingers and grow out of it. But every single day he's like doing such intense clearing. It's like it's actually very powerful and very deep, and it will take its own time. It won't happen, like I said, overnight, but it's very much a meaningful process. And I think that coming through from it, he's going to be more awakened, and he's going to be more trusting of his own spirit and being able to use that energy to just be who's supposed to be, and to just surrender to it and to find that joy and that stability in his spirit that's there for all of us in our inner knowing and our inner peace. Like when we tap into our hearts and change the focus away from fear, it's like you're able to transform and just allow your soul to speak through you, to trust, to guide you forward. It's like needing to integrate your 5D essence into the 3D is one of the most challenging processes that any of us can go through, and he's very much working through that right now. He's bringing the soul deep into himself, into his heart, into his knowing, into shining and creating, and he's just needing to go through the shedding layers, and that in itself takes time. So just be patient with them. If you're around any divine masculine that you can sense is going through this, just be patient. So yeah, that's what I got to say right now about them. They've definitely been moving forward. I can see that all this purple here has to do with intuition, knowing, spirit, and that's like kind of where they're coming towards. If you see the way these cards line up, they're just moving towards the spiritual realm more and more each day. And then here for the divine feminine, she's focusing on, here we got balance, which is also interesting because giving and receiving requires balance. So I think she's learning to become more balanced between her own masculine and her own feminine. She's knowing when to give of herself and when to take a step back to receive and be more receptive in her energy. It's like she's being guided to do that, and even if she's not doing that right now in this moment, the divine feminine is finding ways to remain balanced in herself and in her own world. She's trying to make herself come from her heart and from her head. It's like when you have balance in your own being and you're able to really shape your world around that, around yourself and around the other, you're able to use your energy more wisely, and you're able to transcend certain limitations because you're open to taking a step back when you need to, and resting and coming closer to your own self and to listening to what you really need in each moment. That's where I think balance is the most important, is knowing what you need when you need it, and to not be afraid of like asking for it, because you deserve that, right? So the feminine is definitely balancing the two. She's becoming more and more decisive, I think. She's considering what she wants for herself. See how this person's in a meditative state and calling in her power. It's like she's really aligned with her intuition and exploring what she wants further. And this is also a double 7 here. There's a lot of progressive energies as the cards fall out here. Even for the masculine, it was like 2, 3, 1, and then here you have a 4 and a 5, and this is the heart space. And then here you have a 1 and a 2, and an 8 and a 9, right? And then here you kind of see the same thing, is that there's this progress going on in both of them. They're both progressing forward. And then here you see a 6 and a 7. Like, the cards that fell out together are very significant for me here, because I find that there's movement, there's exhilarated pace. It's like there's no more just sitting around and like feeling stuck. Even if you feel stuck or you're challenged, it's still a very fast-paced energy right now. And the feminine is currently healing her belief. Right here we have clarity of belief and believe and succeed, seek the truth. So she's like seeing this light. See how there's two kind of veils of light that the individual is like moving towards in both of these cards. It's like she's becoming more and more clear in her own truth each day, and any opportunity that arises for her to question it or help her doubt it, like not help her doubt it, but help her move past the doubt more. And it's all just more of an invitation for her to believe in what she believes in, and to stand in that truth, and to seek it out more and more in each situation. So she's definitely healing this ability to stand in her own truth more, and ability to take her power back from any situation that has made her feel like she shouldn't be pursuing that path, or like her mission in a certain direction. She's just clearing all the energy that's been holding her back and going forward, like seeking it and finding it and being more and more in tune with it, able to trust it and surrender to it, and find the balance between what she knows in herself and her own heart, and how to bring that down into the physical realm. And as she does this more and more each day, her dreams are coming true, and whether this be in her work and her love life and her relationships with others, it's like the more she walks towards her own light, her dreams are just going to come true more and more, and the universe is just going to align her with that manifestation that she's been working towards. Because her truth, anyone's truth, when you are in line with your own truth and you're able to use your power accordingly and you release that energetic frequency of fear or doubt or anything. Like when you just like shed that out of you and you're aligned and you know and you function from that place of inner knowing, the light will show itself to you and the light will guide you. The light will be there, and you're going to be able to harness both your masculine and your feminine energies within you to be able to really stand strong in yourself. Because I see here, this is the masculine and the feminine, right? But then here there's two hands coming together. There's two hands coming together. It's like merging of the two within yourself. It's merging of the two within yourself to see the light more and to, oh, there's also hands here. Sorry, I did not see that, but now it's kind of coming to me. So it's like bringing that energy of balance in your being, and to just, the more you do that each day, the more that you harness some kind of spiritual ritual activity, prayer, like meditation, anything that merges the two, you're just going to open yourself up to the light and to the inner knowing and to come from your heart as well, because these two greens are heart space energies. And your mental mind, whatever masks you've been wearing or shedding, or the conditioning that's been there also for you, the truth will come out the more that you go forward and believe in your own light within you. It shines forward. And something that the feminine is currently learning, she's learning to trust in that clarity of her belief. So the more that she believes in her knowing, she's just going to transform. You see this butterfly flying out of his hands, and the other hand's on the heart space, and this is the green. Also kind of interesting how it's connecting to this energy over here in this card, but it's like both of these, all three of these individuals have their heart center is very much, the heart space is what is guiding them. It's that inner knowing and their truth. It's mastering what you know, becoming clear on it, taking the time to really tap into your truth. And when you do tap into your truth, the lesson that you're going to gain from this is to trust your heart and to really flow with it, to master it, and to bring it down into the physical. The transformation will just begin to happen effortlessly because you're going to just like rise out of your cocoon and go forward and take these cages down from your heart. Whatever pain and sorrow may still be there, or whatever energy might be holding you back from feeling that, it's going to just provide a lighter, more freeing, intuitive place for you to know when to take action, for when to take a step back. And when you master this lesson in yourself and balance the two energies, your energetic tone will just be a lot more calming and giving, and you won't feel any kind of doubt in the divine anymore, because you're going to know to trust yourself. You're going to know to trust yourself in your light, in your heart, and it will be very new for you, because here there's also a 1 and a 1, so it's a new form of energy for you that you may not fully be used to at the moment, and it might be a challenging experience to really bring it down and harness it, but this fast-paced movement that I was talking about, this growth, will help you move forward with this belief in you and in your light. That will be part of your success, and then that will be part of making your dreams come true. And once the lesson is learned and you fully come out and spiritually matured on the other side, it will really show you what it means to be in line with your heart, and to bringing it down into the physical, like from your heart down into your solar plexus. It's going to open up this whole new way of using your power, and a gateway where you're able to just trust and surrender to the universal flow of energy that's working with you in this life, and just keep bringing yourself to your heart. Be in your heart more than anything, and find the light that's residing there in your heart space, and balance the two. You can do yoga for balancing. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm a yoga instructor, so I really understand the harnessing of your energy through the practice, through your breath work, through the stillness of each pose. It's absolutely amazing what it does for you. But find balance, find a practice that works for you, and trust the light that is there showing itself to you each and each day, right? Like, I find it interesting here because this is progressive movement towards the soul, but this is also a progressive movement towards the heart. So it's like both individuals right now are moving forward in a way where the heart, the spiritual guidance that's available through the heart, is bringing them forward in a new way. It's a new beginning, and it's very different than anything they've ever known before. So it's going to take time. Every individual has their own journey and path, so I can't speak about everyone. This is more of a general collective energy that I'm tapping into right now, but it's happening, it's evolving, it's shifting, and we're ascending more and more each day. So just stay present with your heart, stay present in what's going on within. Don't be afraid to take a step back if you need to. If you feel exhilarated to take action in direction, don't hold back. Just really, really trust on what's ever going on internally within you in your heart right now and in your own being, because that's what's going to take you forward. All these readings online and all this extra guidance is great, but it really comes down to you yourself tapping into what you need in each moment, and to trusting the divine from internally first. And then once you do that, the physical world just shifts on its own time, you know? So yeah, speaking, I'm already kind of getting into the connective energy, so I'm just going to go into it right now. But the connective energy is challenging times and the base chakra to go with it. So there's definitely some armor that's still being worn. It's like the fear. There's still fear, there's still doubt, maybe issues of insecurity and stuff like that arising for you, which is alright. It's not something that just can leave us. It's definitely part of our whole life, our experience, the energetic body we're carrying with us. It's there with us still, so it's okay if it comes up. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't feel like, oh man, like I should already be in the light. Like, no, the light and the shadow are just as important. So even if it is challenging and it's getting you to question your faith, or I don't know, whatever's arising for you, it's very much part of your own process. So honor that wherever you are, even if you're scared and doubtful and uncertain about what's going to happen next. Like, just stay with that energy. Just try to see what it's teaching you about yourself, and try to move it through your body in a healthy way. It's really important to stay with your own process and to trust in it, because we're all on different levels of this journey, and our conscious minds are all kind of functioning at a different rate, at a different level, and where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. So don't try to rush through these challenging times. If they're here for you in your world, they're there for a reason. See how the light's behind him? The light's trying to make its way through, and the light's here as well. The light's in this whole entire reading, I see it, but it's like first you just gotta go through certain things individually in your own belief system, in your own mind, in your own energetic fields. You gotta clear that energy first, and it can be challenging to clear that energy, but it's important to do that clearing work so that you can open up more space for that new light that's trying to find its way into your world. So honor the shadow as much as you honor the light. Don't try to run from the shadow energy. I think that's when we begin to suppress things, and that's when it begins to become unhealthy and destructive, because we're not really like dealing with it and looking at it for what it is. So if it is challenging, it's okay. Know that there is light work going on as well. The divine is like by your side through this. You can always tap into higher energy source and angels and your spirit guides, your higher self, to help you work through whatever's going on. I feel like any challenging time is just more of an opportunity for us to connect with our our higher selves. And each time that we take that opportunity as something positive, not necessarily positive or negative, I don't want to put it on that scale, but just an invitation, a gateway to go deeper and further into ourselves. I think it's important to look at it as something more of an opportunity than of something to run from and to feel like, oh shit, it's coming back up for us again, like I don't want to fucking deal with this. Like, no, sit down, ground in it, feel it, be there, present with it, ask it what it's asking of you to find out and learn and be with you through that process. Your higher self will always be there with you, so don't feel like you're alone. There's also great spiritual teachers and guidance available through you online. I've come across some wonderful people that have helped me on my journey, so don't be afraid to ask out for help if you're feeling challenged with this energy. It's very much there for a reason and trying to teach you something and part of your own path. So yeah, that's kind of where all this is headed right now. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I covered a lot. I'm kind of going a little bit on a tangent and don't know where I'm headed with this, but just work through it for yourself. It's gonna pay off, because when you do work through it and put an energy to work through it, it creates space for new beginnings, and it creates more space for your soul to be functioning on the 3D, right? So I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, that's okay. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. If you need any more personalized reading or guidance, you can contact me through my email. I will put it down in the link below. And yeah, just stay tuned for some more videos. I haven't been posting as much because it's been a little bit of my own intense process, but I am available through Instagram. I post almost every single day. If you guys like some more, you can feel free to follow me at divine.glow33. And yeah, I will stay tuned for what's happening next. And I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that you are working through your journeys in the best way possible, and I'm sending you my blessings and love. And I will talk to you guys soon, okay? Alright, take care.